Alright guys, so today we are making a quick pot of rice with codfish in it, which is bacalao. And we'll get to that part in a second. But the first thing that I'm going to be making, I'm going to make my own seafood stock. But if you like for this recipe, you can buy any seafood stock or fish stock, shrimp stock, whatever you like, or you can just use plain water. I mentioned in my other videos that when I use when I make shrimp, I always save the shrimp shells. It's something that I learned from my dad. As you know, I always tell you guys he's a fisherman, and then I can utilize it to make my own seafood stock or shrimp stock, or you know, whatever I'm making that day. So this is some frozen shrimp shells I'm gonna put in there, and I'm making 5 cups of rice, so I took out 2 bags. Okay, and then once this boils for about maybe 20 minutes, then we'll strain all the shells out of it. Now I'm not gonna add any kind of salt or anything to the water because codfish bacalao is very salty. Although I've been soaking it since 7 this morning, I did change the water several times. With codfish, you never know if it'll be salt, you know, come out too salty or not. So I'd rather it be bland, and then I can adjust the salt before, you know, rather than it being. All right, guys. So it's been 20 minutes. I am going to shut the water off, and then I'm going to strain all the shells out of it. And all right, let me get my oil. Okay, so this is our this is our caldero, my rice pot. We're going to put some masola or any kind of cooking oil that you prefer is fine, and we're going to sprinkle it on the bottom of the rice pot. Okay, just a little bit. To that I am going to make it my cuchara. Okay, I'm gonna add some green peppers. And that was a half a green pepper. And I'm adding 1 cup of cilantro. A piece of cilantro just flew off the pot. Alright guys, I didn't have an onion or a garlic head, so if I would have had fresh onion, I would have put in a half an onion and a half a garlic head, but I don't have it. So I'm going to put a little bit of sofrito that I had in the refrigerator. So, and you can do both if you like, or if you just want to do add the half an onion and half of head of garlic, go for it. I wish I had. I didn't have it, but today's a rainy day, and I had bacalao in the refrigerator, so I was like, you know what? I can go for some rice and bacalao. Okay, so to this we're going to sprinkle some tomato sauce. Salsa tomate, maybe like 2 tablespoons. I think that's all I got in there. That's good. Now I'm using 2 packs of codfish of the bacalao. I did this morning, and I don't think I'll try to insert some kind of way so you can see. It's just 2 bags of bacalao. It's codfish. You can get it in ShopRite or the Spanish supermarket. I would say, or Walmart. I don't buy bacalao in Walmart because they want $6 a bag. When I buy, I can get it for 2 for $6. So this is it. I've been soaking it. Now what I'm going to do, put my stove down to a medium to high heat. Break it up like this. I love bacalao. This is, back in the day, my grandmother used to say that bacalao was a poor man's meal. Well, it ain't anymore because bacalao is pricey unless you get the one in the bag. You buy the fresh bacalao, which is a whole piece of dry codfish, you're gonna pay like 20 bucks or more. And then it's a whole process to get the salt out because it is extremely salty. I'm gonna try to insert a picture of the bag for you guys. Let me wash my hands. And I'm not going to be adding any salt right now, or any kind of heavy seasoning, because the codfish is salty. So therefore you don't want to be adding seasoning, and your rice is really salty. I didn't add all of my codfish, my bacalao, because I want this to break up, and then I want to leave some pieces, some of the bigger pieces in there. Okay guys, this is my shrimp stock that I made. I'm going to add 1 cup of the seafood stock, or the shrimp stock, I should say. I just brought my stove up to a high again. Just because I want the bacalao to start breaking up. I'm gonna add 1 envelope of Sazon. And I am going to sprinkle a little bit of garlic. And that's probably about 2 teaspoons, 3 teaspoons, and about a half a teaspoon of cumin. If I can get it to come out. Okay, that's enough. I'm going to sprinkle some black pepper. Smells good already. Now I'm going to just try to help the process of it breaking up, just by giving it some quick little chops. And I'm going to be making 5 cups because my kids really like this, and Paul as well. 5 cups of the long grain rice. Okay, I'm gonna get another piece of bacalao, and I am going to put it in here. One thing that I wish I did have for this rice is black olives, green olives. I'm thinking black because I have black ones, but I'd rather have green. I don't like the black olives inside of my rice. Okay, these chunks like this, I'm gonna put it at the end because how many pieces I got? Okay, I'll put this one in here because I want these to break up, but then I want those to be big pieces. That way you're getting some codfish in like every bite of rice, but then you get lucky when you get those big pieces in there, which are scrumptious. And then we're going to give this a quick stir while I get my rice and I give it a good rinse. I cut my finger, I have a band-aid. I was cutting the meat to make fried pork, chicharrón. So yeah, the meat is tough, the pork skin in it cut me. All right, let me cover this while I wash my rice. And I'll be right back. Alrighty, so you see the codfish, the bacalao, broke up into pieces. And that's exactly what I wanted. Now I'm going to be adding my rice, which is the 5 cups of long grain rice. Let me wash my hands. Okay, so now we are going to give this a good mix and mix everything together. Alright, now I'm going to start taking some of the stock and adding it to my rice because we want to make sure that our rice is covered. So this is the 2nd cup of stock and I'm measuring everything out so that you guys get the right measurements. And this will be my 3rd. Let me give this a taste. I want to make sure that my season is good. It's on the money. Money, money, honey. Now I'm just going to add these pieces right over the top of the rice in chunks like this. Some of this will break apart and some of it will stay, you know, on the bigger side, so that's fine. And then we're going to allow for the water to come to a boil just like we would do with any other rice. And then we'll cover it with foil and let it cook for about 35 to 40 minutes. Just check on it after 30 minutes, or no, actually check on it after 35 minutes. Don't be lifting the lid. Okay, I'm sorry, I gotta have at least 1 piece of bacalao for myself. It's delicious. You can eat it just like this. All right, we'll be back. Guys, I'm gonna add 1 more cup of water, so I just wanted to come back and let you guys know, because I think after I put the codfish, I need 1 more cup. So this is my 4th cup of water. And I tell you, the water will vary. Oh shoot, I forgot something. Darn it. Depending on the width of the pot. The wideness of the pot, I should say. I forgot to add my saffron. It's a spice which I am still going to add, but it looks kind of like spider legs, and I like to use this typically with seafood like the paella. Remember my paella video? I told you that some of my seasonings didn't come in, so this was one of them. So I'm going to add it. I should have added when I was making the sofrito, but we'll be fine. And making those sofrito is when I say that is when I add my peppers and onions and stuff like that. That's when I should have added the saffron. But like I said, it's okay. Alright, let me get my beans to cook in. And let me get a spoon. I want to give it one last taste and make sure that it is ready to go. Delicious. And you see that I didn't add no kind of salt or nothing because of the bacalao. So let this come to a boil and we'll be back. Okay guys. Oh, where's my paño? Alright, so we're gonna give our rice one last stir. Okay. Looks good. You guys can always cover my rice, but this is optional. You don't have to. Put the lid. Drop your heat from a low to medium. Alright, and so working on your size, whatever meats you're gonna have with this. We're gonna have chicharrón, and I'm making some red beans, pink beans, I'm sorry. And they are frozen because you guys know I always talk about how I make big batches of beans and then I freeze them. So these are seasoned and ready to go. And I'll get started on my meat. And yeah, and that's it. So I'll see you guys back about 30 to 45 minutes and we'll check on our rice. So our rice is done. And it's been 40 minutes. It smells so good. And you see how easy it was. And you see how our water was perfect. How we have loose rice, it's not sticky. Unless you like your rice sticky, it's up to you. I think just some flew over. Alright, so let's give this a quick taste. And you'll see there's small pieces of bacalao. And, oh, that's hot. And there's, oh, that was hot. So you see, there were small pieces of bacalao. And then you see there's big pieces of bacalao right there. So, see how the grains are falling? Let's give it a try. Absolutely delicious. I might put a little bit of salt, but other than that, it's delicious. And make sure you give this recipe a try. Let me know how you like it. Alright guys, so this is my finished plate. You'll probably see this in 2 tutorials because this is the arroz de bacalao, this is the codfish, and then I made the fried pork, carne frita, or chicharrón de chuleta, or whatever you want to call it. It's more like carne frita, but everybody, you know, people have different names for it. But it's basically fried pork skin. This is my rice, it's caving out. So I served it with aguacate. I served it with some sweet plantains, and these are my red beans and potatoes that I have frozen, some avocado. I didn't make salad because all I need is aguacate. And I'm about to get the hot sauce for my fried pork. And this is it guys, so you'll have the tutorial on the rice where you see today, and look out for the tutorial on how to make the fried pork, la carne frita, or however you want to call it. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching this recipe on how to make There it goes. Arroz de bacalao, codfish rice. You see the codfish right there on the top, and there's some broken pieces, but it's absolutely delicioso. So to the next video, guys, it's simply Nena with crafting, cooking, y sazon.